Some people just want to watch world fun.
Jeff nails another draft day.
Nailed
Makes
it.
top 5 has 98. Jason just loves him some Kevin James.
Fucking Kevin James.
It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
Oh, yeah.
It's the history of bad. That's right. It's the history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Please note that any comments, jokes, questions, maybe anything that we say on the history of bad ideas is all in good fun. And remember, we insult everybody. Our thoughts, opinions, questions, anything else, actions that we do on the show do not reflect any of our employers, organizations, advertisers, or anyone else that is associated with the history of bad ideas. And remember, at the end of the day, it's just a joke. Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 373, I think. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
Blake.
I'm the power bottom.
I'm the intern.
And we're all here this week. This is like 3 weeks in a row. Everyone's here. Oh, nope, maybe 2 weeks. Brian, you were out a couple weeks ago. Damn it.
Yeah.
Damn it. We tried. So,
And failed. So the lesson there, don't try.
third week in a row, Jim's been on. You wouldn't know it, but he has been on. And no golf this week. Jim, did you try to play golf today?
No. I decided to not play golf. I had to work, so I actually couldn't get to the course today.
Okay.
But you did play Golden Tee at work, right?
No, we got rid of it because the only people playing it were the employees.
I would have bought that off you. Damn you, bar. Damn you.
We didn't sell it. We were leasing it.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't ours to sell.
Well, you could still sell it. I don't know what happened. I guess it was stolen. Yeah, Cincinnati got dumped on about anywhere from 6 to 10 inches of snow, depending on where you're at. We got about 7 to 7.5 inches of snow out here. Blake, stop it. Stop it. I knew where your joke was going. Get your mind out of the gutter. That's why I said 6 to 10 inches of snow, Blake. Snow. So, Jeff, you love winter. How excited were you to see the snow? How excited were you to see the snow?
Not at all.
Oh, come on. It's
I
beautiful.
don't understand. No, it isn't. It's a pain in the ass.
Oh.
Nothing good about it. A lot of bad things about it.
We say the same thing about Blake, but we still love him.
Do we?
Yeah, we love Blake. We love Blake. He's the constant at the Cincinnati Comic Expo every year.
Oh.
September 17th through the 19th this year, everybody. Well, fine. I'll move.
I may be
Blake,
social distancing from the conference, from the expo this year.
That's fine. That's fine.
Blake's new nickname is just the Constant.
Ooh, I like it.
That's what she said.
Jim, you like the snow, right? Anybody? God,
I like it.
I like
Snow
snow
is-
better than rain.
Snow is good when you have kids to play with it in.
Yeah, I don't have kids. So
Yeah.
snow sucks balls.
The world thanks you for not having kids too, Jeff.
See, I try
Or-
to be nice for the world, and it gives snow.
Or if you're chasing ski bunnies on ski slopes.
Ooh. Yeah, so that was the excitement. I was finally happy to get some snow here. They were predicting 2 to 4 inches of snow, and they vastly under-predicted that. And I was supposed to get some more tomorrow night, so woohoo! Welcome to the Hobie Weather Report. So, big news.
Better than the
Look at the
obituaries.
guy who doesn't have to leave the house. This is great.
It is great. I didn't have
No,
to
it
leave the
isn't.
house. We drove to the park, okay, to go sled riding tonight, so calm down. I had to leave somewhere. Didn't want to, but, you know.
Jason and his excursions.
So let me get this straight. You get more snow than they even predicted, and you still went out driving. The one reason you can say we can't go out, there's snow out there, and you still went out.
The sled riding hill is a half a mile away from our house, so it was okay. We thought it was safe.
Well, then you tell the kids not to go sled riding at that hill.
I'll be honest, we actually had
Sled ride in your backyard.
Our
You've got,
roads were
like,
perfectly clear today. Perfectly
Yeah,
clear.
well, yeah, so were mine. But
Yeah.
I mean, you had to shovel your driveway. That's enough right there.
Actually, I borrowed my neighbor's snowblower. It was great. They texted me this morning. She's my neighbor did. She's like, my husband's at work.
Come over.
Yeah, he,
Come over and get the snowblower.
Definitely the blower.
What Jason didn't know is that she didn't really mean come over and borrow the snowblower.
you know what? I'm not even
Much
going
to her
to
dismay.
I'm not even going to finish.
No. She was hoping he just took the snow blower.
I'm not even going to finish this story because you guys did a better job than I would have. So go ahead. Good job, guys.
So, did your homeschool kids get a snow day? Did the teachers union insist on closing this online school down?
They did. Our school district said that since some of the kids are virtual, some of the kids are in class, they said that we were going to keep one constant this
Wouldn't
year.
be fair to the kids that have to come into school.
The one constant they said that they're keeping this year is that snow days. We got a text message at 5 o'clock this morning. No school today, snow day for the whole district. Enjoy the snow. I was like, well, that's very nice of them.
Yeah,
So-
coworker was telling me that where his kids are. He's got like one kid that's going into school and two kids that are homeschooling.
Mm-hmm.
When they get delays, the homeschool still puts a delay.
Yeah.
That's the
course.
stupidest thing I've heard.
My wife ignores that delay usually. She's like, you guys can either sleep in
I mean, it's like,
and have a
Well, I
2 hour
would do that every
delay
day.
or be done 2 hours early. What do you want to do? And they're like, 2 hours early.
Sleep in.
Let's go.
well, yeah, if that's I'll sleep. But you have to be woken up to ask that question.
After the second 2 hour delay, my wife doesn't even do that. She just
Okay.
time to be done. So, yeah. So welcome everybody. It's cold. It's frigid. I will say it is. It dropped dramatically. I was happy to be inside after 2 hours of sled riding. So, let's see here. Just to let you guys know, September 17th through 19th, Cincinnati Comic Expo. Get your tickets at CincinnatiComicExpo.com. Is that
I'll be
guaranteed
zooming in
convention
for that.
Yep, Blake. We'll have Blake Bot there. We're excited about that. So Hobie will be there playing trivia. And get your vaccines and wear your fucking mask so we can do this, please. Because I just can't anymore. We need an expo.
They should make it a dual, like, expo vaccination. Like, you get
I like
vaccinated and then you can go into the expo.
I think it takes time for the vaccine to work. It could be a 2-week-long expo, Brian. There you go. How much vacation time you got, Jeff?
Not enough.
Not enough for that. Well, Blake will help out. He'll do a couple of the days for us. So that would be
Sure.
fun.
I'm like, there's got to be a way to say that expo and I can't find it.
Vac Expo?
Then Vaccine Expo.
Vaccine
Explanation. Vaxponation.
There you go. There you go. Good job, Jeff. And you have a
I'm not-
communications degree.
I'm not sold on that one.
No.
What, you got a communications degree you're not sold on?
No, I'm not sold on Vaxponation.
That's a title for the show.
Expocation.
No, I got a communications degree I'm not sold on. That might be too long, damn it. Anyway. We had some deaths as usual because it seems like Hobie has been obituary for the last couple weeks. Circle of
Yeah,
life.
can we just add an obituary section, at the end of the podcast where the intern can just read off a list of names of people who died since we last recorded?
Just like, we could add that to the Talking Hobie in memoriam.
The Talking Hobie podcast.
because this whole thing's starting to depress me every time.
Right out of the gate, yeah, it is.
Right out of the gate, we're going to talk about moments of silence for people that have died or.
Okay, fine. How about this? Brian, do you have the list of people that died? Don't
not
say
in
them.
front of me, but I can find it.
Okay. So after the top 5 this week, we'll do a in memoriam. I got some good theme music for it, and
No, you don't.
oh, I do. And then we'll go into the bad idea of the week. So we'll end on a downer note. How about that, Blake? Instead of leading on a downer note, we'll end on a downer note.
There you go. And for the YouTube person who watches, maybe you can do like a scrolling list.
That's
Yeah. Okay, let's not get ridiculous here, Blake.
Just put the name on a piece of paper and just hold it up
And just pull.
and then
yeah.
grab a new piece of paper with a new name and hold it up and keep going, and then grab a new piece and raise it.
I like that. I like that.
So make sure you add it to the outline template, that the moment of silence at the end of the template.
Intern Gary, do you hear that? I mean, Brian, do you hear that? Intern Brian, do you hear that? Add that to the template.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Or
you go.
intern fax machine. So does that mean we're moving the Brian's fax machine joke to the front of the show? Because we never even had it yet.
Yeah. I was told that was going to be added, and it never got approved. I've sent it in, and it's never been approved.
Do you
That's
want to
because
do
you sent it in through the fax machine, and he was jealous and kept it hidden.
He shredded it.
Well, I've got a couple for you, so we'll work it in before News of the Geek.
No, you know what? Let's do it right now. We'll start.
I'm trying to figure out who died.
You know what? Intern
game
Gary
with
never
gas,
back talks
and
this
now you're-
much.
Do we have to have your jokes now? We wanted moments of silence at the end.
I'll let Brian look that up. I have a complaint for in memorandums with the NFL.
Yeah.
They had their list of who won all the end of the year players, the people who make the Hall of Fame, and then they had their list of the people who died.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And Cincinnati Bengals have a person who's been snubbed from the Hall of Fame. He is tied for fifth all time in interceptions, and he doesn't get it. It's Ken Riley. He passed away this year, and the NFL snubbed him from their list of people who died this year.
Oh, man.
So
At least they're consistent.
they just snubbed Ken Riley, and what it is. So everybody go ahead and tweet at the NFL commissioner, Roger Goodell, that he's a piece of shit and he's softer than baby shit.
I
Jim?
can speak to this, that I've been tweeting this roughly at him off and on for about 4 years, some variation of what Jim just said. And he's never responded. I haven't been suspended or blocked by him. So
He's
It's
not
like
the
just-
worst person on Twitter. He at least
No,
can
no.
get suspended.
Just the problem is there's a long line in front of you that's bitching at him, so he's got to take some time to get to yours.
I'm sure there was a long line in front of Colin Coward in front of the intern's tweets, but he still found a way to get him blocked.
Brian, do you,
It's a matter of minutes when you tweet a coward.
yeah, he has to have like an alert, or his people have to have an alert, like whenever anybody calls him a stupid idiot moron, it like immediately gets directed right to Twitter support, and you instantly get suspended.
Brian, to get Roger's attention, the commission, you need to change your Twitter handle to Sierra or however you say her name.
Yeah,
Because her and him, they both look like they were having some really in-depth conversations at the Super Bowl. I mean, it was pretty in-depth.
yeah.
Was that the most interesting thing that happened during the Super Bowl?
I don't know. It was a pretty boring fucking game, wasn't it?
It was. It was
the
a real
guy
letdown.
running on the field the most exciting thing that happened?
Yeah, and they panned
stupid.
away from him.
Yeah,
So
well, they never show the person on the field. The
He's gonna
fact they
take-
even got him on as much as he did is a surprise.
He should have taken the
So
football.
is the story that he actually put $50,000 down on the prop bet that somebody like 75 to 1 or whatever it is, that somebody would run on the field during the Super Bowl,
Oh, that's what the story is? He
and
bet,
he turned it into $375,000.
So apparently that dude is like a huge YouTube star, and he like does shit like this all the time to get on like from his YouTube channel or something. Or
Well, he will now be banned from every stadium in the country.
Can he be
Yeah.
banned from YouTube?
Because he pulled his pants down and showed his ass. he
Oh,
is
I didn't
going
know
to
that
face-
much.
He is going to face multiple charges other than just running on the field.
Oh,
At least he was wearing a mask.
he
No,
was.
no,
wearing
he
a-
wasn't.
Yeah, he was initially.
Oh, it fell off. Yeah,
Yeah.
it fell
Correct.
down. Apparently, there were two guys that jumped on. The first guy jumped and got security's attention. Then the other guy took off.
Mahomes show just turned around and belted him with the football, but he wasn't hitting anyone else, so I guess he probably would have missed anyways.
He would have tried to do it, and he would have thrown it, and the flag would have come and called offensive pass interference.
He would have thrown it, and then the Buccaneers would have just sacked him again and again and again.
and again and again.
Maybe
Hey,
not
I will
sacked,
give
just
credit. You talk
impacted.
about it being a boring game and Mahomes sucking. I'll give credit to the defense of Tampa Bay because
They played awesome.
they made Mahomes look bad.
Mhm.
It wasn't like Mahomes just had a bad game. I mean, he was scrambling around like a Bengals quarterback. there.
Warren Sapp looked really good.
With Fisher getting hurt last week and not playing, and them moving around three people on their offensive line to fill that tackle position, failed miserably.
Yes, it did.
And I think it was Jay Morrison, a national sports writer, tweeted out, if anybody wanted to see what Patrick Mahomes looked like behind the Bengals offensive line, you just saw it.
Did anyone?
So the crazy thing is that he for the game, Mahomes ran 497 yards. Like all
He
told,
only got credited for 70.
yeah, and scrambling and all that. He covered almost 500 yards.
So you guys cardio in.
Yeah.
And then some.
Soccer players do that in 5 minutes. Big deal.
Oh,
He
There
had
you go.
he
Not
had
5
the
minutes.
over. He had the over for his rushing yards after their second possession. The over Vegas over under for his yards was 24.
Did you see the over under for Brady's rushing yards? It was half a
3.
yard.
It was half.
Positive
One QB
yards.
sneak.
So on Pat McAfee's show, they interviewed the Buccaneers quarterbacks coach, and they were talking about, like, Pat brought that up because they were talking about prop bets and stuff like that. And the QB coach is like, yeah, he's like, whoever is the backup in Blaine Gabbert.
Yeah.
He was like in the QB meeting, he brought up that prop bet, and he's like, Brady brought it up, like, we should all just throw in $1 million. And he's like, and like, I'll just wait till the end of the game, and when we're winning, and I'll just like run for 6 real quick, and we can all just take a really nice vacation. Granted, like, they can't do that, and
Yeah.
No.
If it turns out
But-
they did,
it was a funny story, like that he was saying, like, how, like, they were talking about all the prop bets, and that was one of them. Like, the over under for rushing yards was half of 1 yard.
You know, the thing is, though, it's been such a divisive country all year for the last couple years that it was good to see the Super Bowl bring everyone together. Not the Super Bowl, but the Jeep commercial brought everyone together in America on middle ground. And
One
you know
commercial
how
I missed.
yeah, I didn't see this commercial. so
and
I
it
don't
brought
know.
everyone together because the right hated it and the left hated it. So it brought it together.
I didn't hate it, but I didn't understand it. Like, why is Bruce riding around in a Jeep without the top on it? It's very cold. Like, he's an old guy. He's going to get sick.
You would think. But, you know, Bruce Springsteen goes to middle America, the middle part of America.
Springsteen.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Well,
He
wasn't that
goes to
one of
Middle
his,
Earth. Okay, that'd be cool.
Wasn't that one of his new albums that just came out? Wasn't it called The Middle or something?
is it?
I think so.
So yeah, I don't. Basically, I mean, I didn't think it was that bad of a commercial, but they were trying to come, say about everybody should come to the middle now. We've been fighting for so long, and now, the best part is that the right and the left side both hated it. So that was good. Good for them, because that's what we want to get upset with is a commercial. That's what's going to bring us together is a fucking
And
commercial.
I'll still never buy a Jeep either. So there you go.
And I'll never buy Bruce Springsteen CD, so we're all good.
Ditto.
We're all good.
I'm 2 for 2 on that.
Look at that.
Nobody buys CDs anymore, so
I do.
nobody but Jeff buys CDs anymore.
I bought my first album, I think, in a while. I downloaded it and bought the Foo Fighters' new CD. Well, their new album. So $9.99. So
How is it?
I've gotten through 2 songs. I haven't had a chance to listen to it. I'm going to. So
It's definitely a little different than most of their stuff. It's a little more poppy, but not cheesy. Like it just the sound. They changed their sound up a little bit. That's good.
I'll buy anything Foo Fighters.
I got the limited edition blue vinyl of it that came out.
Is it? Do you get like a physical
Clear?
copy?
Yeah.
No. Who buys?
No, he got
Who buys vinyl?
a lot of people buy.
I know. I
vinyl.
was just kidding because I was trying to defend
I'm
you,
like, do you get a
Jeff.
physical copy? He just told you it was vinyl. I mean, what, you think you got a digital copy of the vinyl?
Look at you, intern. We obviously are paying you way too much.
Digital vinyl.
You download it to your iPhone and it still has the scratchiness from the vinyl, Jeff. I like that idea. I like that. Let's see. Real quick here. Guys, Jim, you are watching something. You and Brian actually both started AEW Dark. Is that what you guys watched?
Yep.
Thoughts? What is it? And tell people what it is and what you thought.
It's like AEW's their online show. It's on YouTube. It's just on their YouTube channel, so you don't have to have any pay thing, so you can watch it for free. It's just kind of like a bunch of like lead up matches and pretty much like a big practice session, but it's like very little talk. I mean, they do have the guys announcing during the matches, but it's match and then match and then match and then match. So
sorry, Jim.
very wrestling friendly. It's
Yeah.
Okay.
Very limited YouTube ads as well, which I found was pretty nice.
I've yet to check this out, but I've heard nothing but good reviews about it. So,
Yeah, this is the first episode of it that I've caught, just solely because a good friend of mine, the Hollywood hunk, Ryan Nemeth, made his second match with AEW was tonight.
did he win?
So he did get the win.
Okay.
So he's 1-1 now.
He's 1-1, yeah.
Blake, have you watched anything recently?
Just a very special episode of WandaVision.
Oh,
A very special episode.
I've started Absolutely Fabulous from episode 1.
oh dear God! Here we go again.
I'm gonna hop off here for like 45. You guys
You haven't
text
seen it
me.
yet?
I still have like 6 Marvel movies to watch before I can watch
Okay.
this. So
Well, are we going to talk WandaVision?
I think we're going to have to for real quick.
Okay.
Brian, we will
All right.
get you back in here.
Go look for those fax machine jokes.
I've already got it queued up.
Okay. Yeah, WandaVision this week, episode 5. Was this 5?
5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was the 1980s
That
sitcom era.
beginning was great.
They did have an opening credit scene very reminiscent of Family Ties.
Family Ties with a little growing pains and
Yes.
Full House thrown in there.
Baby Vision is the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Creepiest thing ever.
They had Vision dressed as a baby or when he was growing up. That was creepy.
That was kind of funny. I
it
did
was.
like the intro with the old photos and shit.
Vision is starting to
was
understand.
that a too close for comfort thing with the postcards? beginning.
I can't remember.
I don't remember the Too Close for Comfort beginning.
Opening.
So.
Yeah, I thought it was like the postcard like of San Francisco. I thought it was, and then
Oh, that would make me think Full House.
Well, next week
Well,
is the
Full House.
90s.
Full House was a '90s show.
Yeah.
Oh.
Full House is next week.
Because the Picnic on the Grass was right out of Full House's beginning.
I am hoping next week she does say "so rude."
How? Woo!
Well,
Wow, rude.
the ending of this episode, of episode 5, spoilers, people, does set up a Full House type of dynamic. They have someone else living there. They got the uncle there. So
The new uncle moving in.
the new uncle. Real quick. What's that?
That may have been the another thing may have been my favorite line from the show so far.
Which is?
They recast Pietro.
Pietro?
Yeah.
When he rang the doorbell and they showed the back of him, it looked like Magneto's head for a second. Like the silver in that, I thought it was Magneto for a second.
Magneto didn't even enter my mind.
It was just, I think the way the moonlight or the lighting on it was, like it kind of looked reflective and it was gray, and I was like, is that Magneto? And then obviously it was Pietro, but
Well, that's the first thing that went through my mind is like, oh, it's Quicksilver. And then I thought, did Aaron Tyler Johnson come back? And then I'm
Nope.
like, oh, God,
Evan
no, we already
Peters.
know Evan Peters is in it. Like, all that went through my mind, like, split second as they were showing his face. I'm like, ah.
did you see?
So-
oh, sorry, go ahead, Blake.
Well, no, so I was going to say a couple of interesting things then is even though this whole thing is a manipulation of, her hex, he still has, it seems like his own consciousness and awareness.
Who?
Vision,
Oh, okay. Okay.
right? So then he still has his powers,
Yeah.
because when he's talking to his buddy at work,
Yes.
figure out what's going on, and it's all of a sudden he's starting to figure out that something's wrong, right? So I did kind of like I did like that an awful lot, and then of course Agnes is starting to show her independence inside the hex as well. So you're kind of like, hey, what's going on with that?
When she's like, do you want me to redo that?
Yeah, obviously unscripted, and then the doorbell rings. She's like, well, I didn't do that, and of course, then that's when your
Pietro.
AKA Pietro Quicksilver shows up, which is kind of interesting. So, it is, has her hex been infiltrated? Of course, the theory behind that is, Mephisto or whatever.
And we'll get to that in a second with our Twitter poll.
I'm sure you can extrapolate on that more than
with
I
the Twitter.
can.
Yeah. I did like that they were having an argument, and Scarlet Witch is like, I'm done talking about this, and she rolls the end credits. And
Yeah,
Vision's
Yeah.
like,
Keep going.
no, we're not done.
yeah.
It was,
Yeah, that was because the end credits were right about the half-hour mark, so it felt like this is the time. And then there's still 10 minutes. I mean, this is a
Yeah.
little longer episode than the others.
But can you explain to me, after Monica figures out that her clothing was manipulated, her Kevlar, jacket was manipulated into the funky 70s clothes. So so you can explain to me if anything that goes in gets manipulated to is useless. How do they still get the drone in? And then how do they get the drone in with a missile still on it?
I don't get the missile. The drone was old technology drone.
Yeah, that was an 80s drone going into an 80s era hex. So that's what the whole, let's put something that would be time appropriate in there.
Because
the time appropriateness. Okay.
yeah, because Scarlet Witch wouldn't change it because, in theory, it would go with that time period.
Mm-hmm.
I love how she just blocks it out though from the camera.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like,
I like how she just walked out and threw the drone at their feet.
Well, that was
Here.
pretty good. If I was Monica Rambeau, I'd probably beat the shit out of the sword guy.
Yes.
Because that's a huge, deception.
We already discussed that she might be the most powerful mutant around. Let's just piss her off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
did you see that Jimmy, the FBI or the sword agent.
Jimmy Woo?
Yeah, Jimmy Woo.
FBI, he's not sword.
FBI.
I'm sorry. There was a writer a couple weeks ago when he first showed up that he needs a Jimmy and who's the other woman in it?
Darcy.
Darcy. They need
Darcy
an X-Files type show. And we talked about this last week. Marvel has now come to him, MCU or Disney, and has asked him to write a treatment for a show for that.
They're asking Randall Park to write it?
No.
Or?
Is the writer that wrote it on Twitter.
Okay.
Jimmy, he came up with it. I'll find out who it was. But yeah, I thought that was kind of funny that they're like, hey, that's not a bad idea. I think it's a great idea. Yeah, let's see here. Kat Dennings says she's on board with the WandaVision spinoff with Randall Park.
She is.
Well, she was holding out for the two
Three Broke Girls?
Yeah, Three Broke Girls. It was Stephen Ford. He wrote back on January 30th here on Twitter, "Hear me out, an entire Disney Plus show about Jimmy Woo just working weird cases in the MCU. Like a fun X-Files. Make it happen." And because of that, he's a director and actor of Teen Wolf. Just to let you guys know. I don't know what he was in Teen Wolf, but there you go. Since then, the ball started rolling. He then tweeted out on February 9th, 48 hours later, I finished writing the pitch. Time to cross some fingers. So Disney came to him and said, okay, good idea. Let's see what you got. So
I'm assuming that Teen Wolf was the MTV show
Yes.
Teen Wolf,
Yes.
not the Michael J. Fox movie from the 80s.
No, it is not. It is the MTV one. So
Or the, what's his name? Oh, crap, I forgot his name.
Wolf
Bateman,
2?
Jason Bateman, Teen Wolf 2.
TOO. Yeah, I'm all down for that. I think that would be awesome. I have no issue with that one bit. So, let's see here. Speaking of
No,
that,
they're allowed to have fun with it, and that's what's great.
I think Darcy and Jimmy would be a fun group. I think it would be a fun team. So, let's see here. That leads into our Twitter poll of the week from at Bad Ideas Podcast. Follow us there. Also, give us reviews on iTunes or whatever it is now, Apple Podcasts. That would really help us out. We had who is the true villain of WandaVision? So I know I'm going to butcher that name, but the options are Wanda herself, Mephisto.
Jeez, oh, Pete, it's pronounced like it's spelled.
Mephisto?
And we already said it once in this broadcast.
Mephisto?
You said it already.
No, I didn't. Blake did. Blake's the one that said it.
I'm the one that said Mephisto.
Mephisto.
Who's the
Monte
devil?
Cristo?
Yes, the Count of Monte
Monte
Cristo.
Cristo, that's it.
Zola, Armin Zola, and Ultron. In last place,
Armin.
in last
It's going
place,
to turn out to be. It's going to be Army Hammer.
okay,
Armie Hammer.
I thought you were talking about Arvid Ingman from the class.
Army,
That's now on HBO Max, and that's what I've been watching.
All right.
Army Hammer.
I understand.
Zola.
I understand your first two ones, the Wande and the Mephisto. But what is with the Denim Zola and the Vibratron?
Ultron. They think there was rumors going around, not now, but in the beginning that he's come back, like somebody remade him more powerful, and he's the one that's controlling everything, like a virtual reality with Wanda. And then Zola is this kind of the same thing because he's inside the machines. It's the head inside the machines now.
Toby Jones head.
Yeah. So, and he's in charge of AIM, I think. I think he was one of the AIM leaders. So that was the idea. But in last place was Zola with 3%, Ultron with 9%, and winning the devil himself, Mephisto, 47% to Wanda's 41%. So there you go.
Methamphetamines one?
Yes, methamphetamine. I'm out. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. So yeah, they think the devil's doing it. So there you go.
Well, the devil is in the details.
Yep. So, let's see here. Brian, I heard that you have some jokes to talk about.
Well, I don't have them. No, I'm not going to talk about them. I'm just going to tell Jeff a couple of jokes.
Speaking of good jokes, I did like the internet reference when they had to do the the modem sounds for the WandaVision when they were connecting into the internet
With the email?
Yeah, it was pretty beep 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 bong bong bong. The only thing that was almost, I guess maybe next episode they'll have an AOL disc or something downloaded.
Ooh, the Kmart Blue Light Special. You get 50 hours free online.
Mm-hmm.
Brian, we're sorry to interrupt. You do your jokes, buddy. Come on. We got some jokes.
No, it's okay.
No.
Come on.
You got some
Start it
jokes
up.
for Blake. Do it.
All right, Jeff. How does a computer get drunk?
How does a computer get drunk?
It gigabytes.
Oh.
I do not know. How
It
does
takes screenshots.
Get out.
Cutting edge humor.
Here's the next one.
No, please, more.
You know what? No, that's it. I'm only going to do one.
Thanks,
Come
Blake.
on. Leave them wanting
You gotta
more.
look forward to
Brian.
next week. You have to make us look forward to next week. You don't want to shoot his wad all at once.
Hey, I've got like 4 weeks to catch up with jokes here, but I'm only going to do 2 because we got to talk about fucking WandaVision for like 3 hours.
Didn't
All right,
feel
Jeff.
like 3 hours.
So here's the next one. This isn't a joke. It's more of like a pun, not a pun.
You're
It's a
describing
political
it.
statement.
I asked my date to meet me at the gym today. She didn't show up. That's when I knew we weren't going to work out.
I like it. I actually like that one.
Get out.
I don't get it.
That's because you worked out, didn't you?
I did.
I don't know you guys anymore. Okay. Let's see here.
I got something to hype.
Okay.
There was a bit. There's something going around the city of Cincinnati between the 2 local colleges.
COVID-19,
They have the crosstown shootouts, the big basketball game.
STD.
We now have the crosstown tip-off. It's where people are going to restaurants supporting the service industry people, especially during this time when, again, we're closed early, limited hours, limited seating, and they are battling on who can leave the biggest tips for people at these restaurants, and they'll write, "Hey, go X, go UC," and leave. It started like $1,000, and it's been going up and up. And like last week, it was like people for UC tipped like over $30,000. People for UC was like $17,000, and it was actually put on the Today Show. There was a little talk about it on Today's Show. And now it has gone online through Twitter and Venmo, where people can tip businesses. And mainly Xavier put out that Dana Gardens, the bar that we work at. And so if anybody wants to support Xavier in the Crosstown tip-off, you can Venmo me, because that's who's getting all the tips, at Jim-Now, and
NAU,
JIM-NAU, and all the tips will get split amongst the entire staff at Dana's. And after, I'm not sure how much, but a week or so, we'll put out the total amount and put that towards the Xavier tip-off total. And so far in the past, let's see, since we went on air, that's when it was pretty much tweeted out, we're now over $500.
Nice.
Cool.
So
If I
maybe
put in
we'll-
an amount for negative 500 in Venmo, do I get it?
you can say you can ask me to send it to you, and I won't.
So
If you break 1,000, will you bring the golden tea back, Jim? I want to pledge right now.
This is not the action auction from PBS.
what is the exchange rate for IOUs for your crosstown tip-off?
If you can Venmo an IOU, I'd love to see it.
It's about 500 wooden Stanley nickels. Just let you know.
Some Scroot bucks, some Stanley nickels.
So do that, people. Help out Dana. Help out Xavier. And help Jimmy out in all the...
And if you are a UC supporter, I'll put it out there. I believe they're doing it for the Holy Grail, but I'm not sure what the Venmo information for that is as of right now. But
And if you would like to Venmo money to Blake, he will do that towards Golden Tea. So just to let you know, those are the options.
That's right. I
or
swear.
you can Venmo the intern, and he can get his a copy of
Mr.
Mr.
Belvedere.
Belvedere.
Mr. Belvedere.
Venmo's wide open.
That's what she said.
So how you like it? Head of the class there, Brian.
I love it. I'm almost to season 3.
I was...
And the question that everybody wants to know, Brian,
Yes.
is
Everybody wants to
is
know
there
this.
anybody on the show that looks like anybody from Hope?
Dennis.
Brian didn't know me then.
Before Jeff had a beard.
I've never not seen Jeff with.
Oh, Jim, work on this.
I'll try and find his senior picture.
Jeff looks like Dennis from Head of the Class. Dead on. Dead on. Dead on him.
Yes. People in high school said, "Man, you look like Dennis Blunden."
Fuck
So
you.
I graduated high school. I started growing my beard almost immediately. For some reason, like spring quarter and freshman year in college, I decided to shave. Like an hour later, someone in the hall at the dorm was like, "Hey, you look like Dennis Blunden." And I haven't shaved since.
Oddly enough, Jim, back in the when he was 20, looked like Eric from Head of the Class. It's really eerie. He had the leather jacket.
The sick curly mullet.
That's right, the mullet. Blake
That's
actually...
where Jason looked like Jawar Halal,
Who was that?
the Indian guy.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Indian guy.
Oddly enough, Blake looks like Billy Connolly when he takes over as the teacher. It's really odd.
Wait, they get a new teacher?
Spoilers.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Howard Nessman takes a job as
it's
a
only a
DJ.
30-year-old spoiler.
Did you just say
Great.
Howard? Did you say Howard Nessman?
Yes, it did.
For one
Les
thing,
Nessman?
Les Nessman. No, he was Johnny Fever.
Whatever.
Oh, okay. You know, I thought he looked familiar.
The teacher leaves to be a DJ. It's fine in Cincinnati. Okay.
I thought it was the other way around.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope. Oh, I'm
Change
sorry.
not approved.
WKRP, the new WKRP is what he went to. My bad. Ugh. Blake, get some listener feedback going here. Get us back on track.
All right. We got some bomb listener feedback brought to you by a live action edition this week of Impeachment 2 Election Boogaloo.
Ooh.
Down the hall.
Do you agree? Says.
Do you agree, says?
That'd be number one fan Doug. Ape Hands. Can't give himself a nickname.
Formerly known as?
Big D.
Dad.
7.
That's right. Big D
That's right.
wants to know if you agree with Riverdale going a time jump of a whole 7 years into the future.
At least the actors now get to play their
Woo.
right age.
Whole 7 years.
I'm
A
excited.
whole 7 years. 7 is a
Everybody
huge
sit
jump.
down. Woo! Grab that couch.
Uh,
Woo!
So the funny part was that they're showing, like, the promo was Archie goes to war in 7 years. Riverdale jump, or next week Riverdale jumps 7 years. Archie goes to war, which looks like a really bad war.
And he's still in Afghanistan.
No, it looks like he was on his football, like at Riverdale high school. There was a war.
They
or
said he
something.
goes to war.
Yes. What is
Oh.
it good for? Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Say it again. Jughead is a famous journalist and writer. Betty.
You mean blogger? Because that's all we get in journalism these days
That's
is
right.
bloggers.
Betty is
Opinionist bloggers. That's journalism these days.
Betty works for the FBI, and Veronica got married. We're like, wait a minute. Everyone else got something. Veronica, way to be 1950s. You got married. Good for you. Good for you.
Hey, she has the right to choose what she wants to do, and if getting married is what she wants to do, that she can do it.
So I'm excited. I'm excited for the time jump. Good starting point for anybody that's been timid about jumping onto Archie and Riverdale because there's been a lot of backstories. This is great. This is great. So him
Sure
training,
is.
him training to fight a bear a couple years ago is good training for the military.
Because there's never been a time in television history where time jumps into the future have ever failed.
Parks and Rec. Ugh.
That was about the only time it succeeded.
I wasn't a big fan. Blake, you like time travel. Do you think this is going to work?
Yeah, only if they go back in time and fix the 7-year jump ahead.
That's next season. They're going to have to fix the time continuum. Kitty Pryde will be there.
There you go.
What else? Blake?
Oh, are we done?
Yeah, we're done.
Riverdale. Thank God. All right, this one is next from Cassidy. It says, what television series do you think is most deserving of a reboot? Keyword
Absolutely
here,
fabulous.
most deserving.
What did you say, Jeff?
Absolutely fabulous.
Oh, okay. It wasn't good in the beginning, the first time, so you might as well try to remake it into something good. So I get that.
Whatever. But if you did a reboot of Ab Fab, who would you put in as who would you?
If I did a reboot of an Ab Fab, I would call it Sex in the City.
Who would you put in for the lead roles, Blake, is what you were saying? Janine Garofalo and Sarah Jessica Parker.
Michelle Gellar.
Sarah Jessica Parker, Janine Garofalo. I think they could work it out. I think they could do it.
I don't see it.
How about
But no,
Sarah
seriously,
Michelle
which
Gellar
ones
and Denise
be
Richards?
which one would be most deserving of a reboot? Now you're talking about a continuation or a reboot, like a remake.
I think a remake, because they just came out with The Equalizer with Queen Latifah, which got decent reviews, actually.
Oh, is that what the Queen Latifah show that was on yesterday was?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's a Denzel Washington reboot or something?
Yeah, well, or whatever The Equalizer
The
was.
movies are loosely based on the TV show as well.
Okay. What would I reboot? I don't know. That's a good question. Jeff, you got anything? Jim? Brian? Anyone?
I would reboot King of Queens and have Kevin James come back to play Arthur Spooner's character.
Get out. Get out.
Oh, speaking of King of Queens, Jason, I think I saw that the Game Show Network now has the perfect game show for your family.
What's that?
It's a people puzzle. It's a crossword game of People Magazine crosswords that I know your wife loves to do so much.
Yes.
Hosted by Leah Remini.
Is every answer Scientology?
No, she doesn't
Sucks.
do Scientology.
Sucks. Sorry,
anymore.
sucks. We'll put sucks after Allegedly. Ugh, fucking Leah Remini. Ugh.
And it's not good.
No. How about...
Okay, if I had a reboot a show,
Yes.
let's go back and get me some Parker Lewis.
Oh, okay.
Parker Lewis Can't Lose.
I could see that.
It wasn't a great show, so you're not ruining anything, but it had some iconic moments and some great characters.
Okay.
I'm thinking they need. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jim. I thought you were done.
And we need some more Kubiak.
Oh. He's above
New
Kubiak.
Kubiak.
You can bring back Adrian Ben-Ruby
He's buff now.
and put
He'll
him in
just
high
be
school.
a 50-year-old
He
Kubiak.
still hasn't graduated.
You know what? If you're doing Fox shows, I'll bring reboot duets.
Herman's Head.
The
Nah,
Adventures of Beans Baxter.
I'm doing duets, and you bring back Chris Lemon. I think you can do that. I think that would be fine. I'm rebooting duets. I think it has
want him to
potential.
Sorry. But my vote is for BJ and the Bear.
Oh.
For Pornhub?
Oh, jeez.
Wait,
But I would not bring back Greg Evigan.
did someone say snowblower? I'm sorry, what? Brian, you got anything? You did King of Queens.
You know, with the miracles of animation technology, I wouldn't mind a Star Blazers reboot.
Okay.
Wow, that's a good one. I agree with Blake on that.
Thank you.
What was that one show that you liked, Blake? That was like an Indiana Jones ripoff. That was a TV show.
Young Indiana Jones?
No, not Young Indiana.
No, Island of the Gold Monkey.
Yeah, I saw the trailer.
Yeah.
I watched an episode of that on YouTube a while back when you were talking about it. I could see a reboot of that. How about that?
I would still go for that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do
Are there
it.
monkeys in it?
No.
Well,
Chimpanzees.
then we're going back to BJ and the Bear.
Chimpanzees. Could you remake $6 Million Man? Do $6 Billion Man?
Well, they tried to redo the Bionic Woman a couple years back, that didn't work out so well. So
I was just trying. Okay, fine. The Fall Guy. I'm rebooting the Fall Guy.
I can see that.
I like the Fall Guy.
Who would you have in the lead?
In
the stuntman?
Roll a brand new car.
Army Hammer, because I think you could get him cheap right now.
Yeah, no one's going to watch your show now. But
Cannibals will. You see, he joined a band, Fine Young Cannibals. Anyways,
I could see Vin Diesel on that reboot lead.
Who's a poor man's Vin Diesel? Brian, you like Fast and Furious. Who's a poor man's Vin Diesel?
I thought Vin Diesel was a poor man's The Rock.
John Cena.
You know what?
John Cena, there you go.
Yeah, this John Cena. Sean William Scott. I think you could get him to do it. I don't know why, but I could see him in that. No. I'm trying.
Does Heather Thomas come back?
You know what? Steve Austin in The Fall Guy. Look at that.
So the guy who used to play Steve Austin is being replaced by a guy named Steve
Austin. I think it would work. Trademark it. Intern. Mark it down. Trademark that.
Trademark.
Thank you.
Copyright.
Best intern in the business next to Gary. Good job. What else we got here, Blake?
Hey, we haven't heard from this man in a while, but he's not lusting over anything. But he does have a question. But I will go back and say from Nick. Oh, Brian.
Give it to me, Nick. Give me that communications degree. Give it to me.
If you were to go back and forth,
all
and
over.
give advice to the group. I need a drink of water. Before you did episode 1, what would you say?
You would go back and give advice to the group before you did episode
I
1.
haven't
What
done
was
Nick
that?
Albright in a while. I haven't done his voicing in a while.
Hey!
I need a sip of water. I drained my throat.
Nick does make you thirsty. Mm-mm.
I was choking.
Oh.
So I was
That's
going to
dirty.
go back, give advice to the group before we started.
Mm-hmm.
I would tell us, don't bother making a new studio. You'll only get a dozen uses out of it.
Before a pandemic hits, save all that money. Put it into Tesla stock or GameStop.
GameStop. Unfortunately, I put it into EB Games. I screwed up. I picked the wrong
You
one.
put it into B. Dalton Games. God damn it!
Bookstores are going to make a comeback soon, aren't they?
Put it into that Christian bookseller, Joseph Beth. Put it into the Christian book store. I never knew
Family Video. Oh.
they're going out. I didn't know Jim was so religious. He loves his Joseph Beth.
Yep.
Yep. What else we got?
Nobody else has any advice?
Oh,
Yeah.
we should have bought the good microphones in the beginning. It would be a whole lot easier.
Well, we needed a mixer for the good microphone.
Yeah.
We should have had
that-
we should have had El Heno on earlier for his first appearance.
We still have yet to have El Heno on, outside of his song clips.
Yeah. Don't book convicts. Let's see. Get an,
Other advice: just skip Neil and go straight to Annalise.
oh, that's a
There
good
you
one.
go.
That's a good one. Let me see if he's available.
Yeah, don't call Heno, though. He's recording his own.
Yeah, that's right. What else we got?
You know, if you have anything to do, put all your pod stock into Musings of a Geek.
Oh, that's a good call. That's a good call. I feel like we could get on Reddit and make get Musings of a Geek trending with stock prices really high. I think we got to do that. Oh, Dark Angels is unavailable.
Oh, shit. All right. Next one's from the very technical Ted at Theodore4745 lowercase z. Michelle Pfeiffer states she would be open to reprising the role of Catwoman, quote unquote, if anyone asked. Jeff, will you ask her?
Hell yeah. I mean, I'll ask her, and we don't even need to actually make a movie. I'd just like to see her come over and reprise her role as Catwoman.
Yeah.
How about Fabulous Baker Boys?
Yeah, how about both in the same night?
What else we got?
While she's at it, we can do Grease 2 also.
Oh, go Grease Lightning. Go Grease
Oh,
Lightning.
yeah.
No, that wasn't from Grease 2.
Nah, it's close.
What about Gangster's Paradise?
Oh, yeah.
Eh, she's just really, putting a chair down and lecturing you. I don't know if I really want to be lectured by.
How about Amish Paradise?
That was Florence Henderson in the video.
No.
So.
Sorry.
Next one we've got from Besotted Geek. If I were to say storm the Bob Studios, what kind of resistance could I expect?
Well, first you have to get past the gated community, the walls around it, past Nate, the security guard, who is always on the ball. There'll be a moat around the studios, probably about walls of toilet paper stock about 3 feet thick.
And you have to avoid the lady with the snowblower.
And
Yeah.
even then, there'll still be a COVID barrier.
You know, Jim's chair would be propped up against the front door.
Oh, yeah, holding the door closed. And even then, even if you get into there, you're only going to take out one person.
There is the fax machine booby trap that is up on top of the door. So when you push that open, it falls on your head.
Intern Gary's out in the backyard, living with his teen mom, girlfriend. So he's fine. You gotta get past.
Intern Gary's job is to guard the Oreos.
There's a rumor. There's a rumor that there's some kind of dog on the premises too.
Thanks, Blake. Thanks. She's on borrowed time right now. Okay, let's just not bring that up. Okay, jeez.
I did not even mention the fact that Doctor Number One is probably still camped out outside the window.
I only see his glasses because the snow covered him up today. So I hope he's okay. I hope he is. What else we got?
Professor Numero Uno at El Doctor Numero Uno said, Jeff, you haven't done a Warner Brothers impression recently. Can you please do one on this episode?
I thought I did one a couple episodes ago.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I mean, yeah, I could do another impression of the Warner Brothers as we decide we need more Batman movies, but I don't think I will.
Ouch. To the showers.
Jesus Christ, you're going to ruin everything, Jason.
What? I was sled riding. I needed to go to the showers. That's all I was saying.
Yeah,
I'm hot. So, let's see here. Jeff, can you give me some music for News of the Geek?
It's time for another installment of News of the Geek.
We got some Worsley Award nominees here, people. We got some good ones. Floppy Awards every December. Worsley Award is people that die not doing the greatest things. Like forgetting to wear a jacket across Antarctica. Don't do it. Let's see here. This is from BBC News and every other outlet. A 20-year-old has been shot dead after allegedly taking part in a prank robbery being filmed for YouTube. Witnesses told police Timothy Wilkes and a friend had approached a group of people outside a family trampoline park in Nashville holding large knives. Mr. Wilkes was then shot dead by a 23-year-old who told police he had no idea it had been a prank and had been acting in self-defense.
Why would he think it was a prank?
Yeah.
Someone's menacing me with a knife? Yeah, first thing that goes through my mind is must be a prank.
No one has been arrested. Mr. Wilkes' friend told officers the prank had been for a YouTube video. Let's see here. Robbery prank videos are relatively common on YouTube, sometimes involving fake firearms or getaway vehicles. Wow. Let's see here. YouTube is thinking about banning dangerous or threatening pranks.
They're just thinking about it?
They were
I'm surprised they haven't banned that already.
They were supposed to 2 years ago, but it doesn't really matter. Threats with weapons and fake robberies are specifically listed as offenses that would result in the video being taken down. So there you go. The new rules were brought in after a number of high-profile precedents. In 2015, the tech giant refused to remove a video in which vlogger Sam Pepper tricked a man into thinking his friend had been shot and killed. Dear God. In 2017, a stunt by two YouTubers ended in a death when Mona Lisa Perez, then 19, shot at her boyfriend through a thick book, which he believed would stop the bullet.
I remember that one.
It did not.
I think we talked about that one.
I think they might have been up for a Worsley Award that year.
Oh, yeah. I think you're right. Yeah. So here's the thing. Don't do these pranks, and you're a fucking idiot. Sorry. So that's one. That's not the only one, though, because people want these Worsley Awards. Did you make the award yet? We need a award, Jeff, this week.
Nobody wants a Worsley Award.
Oh no, the Floppy Award. Get the Floppy.
Yeah, we want Floppy Awards.
Yeah, Blake or Jeff, whatever your name is, get on it.
He's still reading the directions on the 3D printer.
No, I'm still waiting for the 3D printer to show up. Jason, have you given them my right address when you ordered it?
Intern was in charge of the loans. Look at that. In USA Today, a small celebratory cannon misfired, sending shrapnel flying in all different directions at a gender reveal party. A 26-year-old man was struck with it and was taken to the medical center in Flint, Michigan, where he later died. Not from the shrapnel, just from living in Michigan. The metal
From
shrapnel.
the water.
Was it from dehydration?
The metal shrapnel flew as far as 25 feet, hitting 3 parked cars in the garage at the home. Let's see here. The bad thing is the man, identified as Evan Thomas, did not even set off the cannon. The fuse was lit by the owner of the home. So there you go.
Didn't we learn that these are bad ideas that could result like an entire state of California catching on fire?
You know what?
I thought we did.
It's funny you said that, Blake.
Maybe they haven't got to Michigan yet.
In September, a couple's plan to reveal the baby's gender with blue or pink smoke sparked a wildfire in California, thousands of acres. 2019, a homemade explosive used to reveal a baby's gender killed a 56-year-old in Knoxville, Iowa. The device was meant to spray powder. Instead, it blew up like a pipe bomb. So, that was up for a Worsley Award that year, too.
One of these times, the gender reveals are going to go so bad, it's like going to like kill the pregnant lady or something.
I mean,
horrible stuff, man.
Like, it's something that we don't even need, but whatever just happened to blue or pink cupcakes? I mean, really?
Jeff,
why do we need more than that?
Why do we need gender reveals? Because
we don't need them at all. But for people who are like insisting on it, why do things have to explode?
Blow up.
I mean, explosions and gender reveal parties. Yeah.
Why do you have to have a cannon?
A friend of ours last year did it with the softball. His wife tossed the softball and he hit it and it exploded into
her face,
blue dust. Yeah.
How many times did he attempt it? Because I saw that on YouTube once where like the softball was like thrown and the guy completely whiffed and then it hits the ground at his feet
and it explodes
and then it cracks open and you're like, oh.
Yep.
No, this one worked.
Jim, are you there?
Yeah. He didn't play for our team, obviously.
When you did your gender reveal for your baby, what did you do?
Well, we had a big like target set up there, and then we all had semi-automatic rifles, and we fired probably around 150 rounds each into the target. And there was supposed to be like smoke or something to come up to like reveal like blue or pink. Instead, we just killed a bunch of my neighbors.
So it just came out red.
Oh, yeah. I knew we shouldn't have put that big sign on the neighbor's house.
I was trying to talk one of our daughters into a gender reveal party at a hatchet throwing bar. I guess maybe we should cancel that.
Yes, you should.
Whew, okay.
Hey, has anybody killed themselves yet at one of those hatchet throwing bars places?
Oh God,
I've not heard of any.
Axe throwing, whatever.
There was the professional axe throwers on ESPN this weekend, and my kids watched it with me, and were like, "You would think that they would just hit the target every time, right? Like this is the job, right?" And they don't. It's.
Is there a reason they don't? Like
they just
like
suck.
like do they? Like is there like a strategery on why not hitting the?
No, they do
target?
have to hit different dots on certain different parts of the game or different games that they have. But the one was like bullseyes, and I'm like, if you're that good, you should. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's like watching. It's like watching cornhole on ESPN, and the guys never even get into the hole.
Yeah, I was very disappointed watching the professional cornhole. I'm like, is this a tournament to get in? Because these shouldn't be the best.
I would put Jim on there against any of those guys.
Jim left-handed against those guys.
Yes. Jim was actually going to be up for the Golden Tee professional tour, but then they took it away at the Dana's bar.
I know. I'm pissed off.
Bastards. If you want Golden Tee back at Dana's bars, Get Venmo Blake. Let's go. Let's do this.
Minimum $1,000. Let's go.
You can buy your own machine.
I promise I will donate at least $1 to Jim.
Let's see here. Blake's favorite thing per Cinema Blend. Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Do we have to read about this?
George R. R. Martin said that it's coming, his next book. He's pissed off. Because people are being mean.
He's just mad that he can't keep answering these questions.
He said he wrote hundreds and hundreds of pages in of the Winds of Winter in 2020.
But that's a problem because they already had to split up the Winds of Winter into 2 books.
Well, I don't know what.
So the problem is he's let this get out so far out of control by, expanding, the story to so many characters that he can't even keep track of the shit anymore. He doesn't even know what's happening. That's part of the problem. He has a team of volunteers that basically help him keep all the characters and plot lines in order. It's just too convoluted. I mean, when he started with Dance of Dragons, I was so pissed off because I was like, what is this? I wanted to move on from A Feast for Crows, and then all of a sudden I'm like, who are these new people and why is this important? And you're fucking delaying everything.
I actually liked the new people in the Dance with Dragons.
Oh, yeah. And then Game of Thrones killed it on HBO, so who cares now?
They're doing an adult animated series of Game of Thrones on HBO. Just let you guys know.
Sure, why not?
By adults animated, you mean they're just putting porn with a Game of Thrones skin to it?
Yes.
But it's all incest.
It's called A Game of Moans. Let's see here.
I did watch the Roman Empire series on Netflix, which is weird because it's like a documentary / live action reenactment of some Roman Empire things with Game of Thrones booby sex scenes thrown in. I think it's the best way I can describe it.
Okay.
It's educational. That's the weirdest part.
That's going on the poster for the movie, for the series.
Yeah. It's educational.
Booby sex scenes?
With Game of Thrones boobies.
Pretty much. I mean, it is, I'm a, history buff. So I like that, Roman Empire stuff, but it was pretty weird. I mean, it was enjoyable, but it was still like more of a documentary with live action reenactment while they're talking a little bit. Sometimes it's weird.
So let me ask you guys this. Go around the table here. Who, since you guys are Game of Thrones fans, who will be buying the new book when it does come out? Blake, are you buying it from R.R. Martin?
No. I'll
Jeff?
probably wait a couple years.
Jeff? No. Well, yeah, I will in a couple years. That still counts.
Well, I will be reading it. I don't know if I'll be buying it or borrowing it from Jim after he's done reading it or getting it from the library. But I will be reading it when it comes out.
It's going to be difficult to get from the library because my 4-year-old will be just moving books everywhere. Don't forget.
Oh, that's true. As long as he lets me know where he hides them.
It'll be next to Scab Jeff's books in the gay erotica.
Oh,
so
no one will ever find
them. Fine. Let's see here. Brian, are you reading this book?
No.
Okay.
I haven't read any of the other books, so I don't see why I should start
this is a good one to start with, though. I heard it's a good jumping on point.
Okay. Jim?
I will go to Joseph Beth, and I will buy the book, and I will read it.
Do Christian booksellers sell this?
What's that?
Do Christian bookstores sell this?
Joseph Beth is a Christian bookstore?
He'll get a bottle of wine there while he's buying the book. Sure.
I think it is. I really thought it for years it was a Christian bookseller. I really did.
No, it's. I thought you had some kind of joke. Obviously.
No, I really did think it was Christian.
You are the joke. Okay, I got it.
You talked about wine. Last year in February, I went there on just a random day, just killing time, and walk in, and they have a bunch of pink stuff up, and they talk about this. And They're giving out wine.
What?
Yeah, it was one of their big celebrate days, and like they had a bunch of specials going on, and they had a table set up. They're giving up, and they had wine and cheese and
Free wine. Sweet.
Jim kept going back with a different disguise, just getting more wine. Oh, I will. Thank you.
I was lit when I got to work that day.
Jim got in line, and every time he got to the front, he'd say "Amen," and they'd look at it like, "What?"
They are not a Christian bookstore, Jason.
I know. I really did. I'm not kidding. I really did think for years that they were. I really did.
Yeah, I remember explaining it to you. I think on one of our episodes that was not.
Yeah. Let's see here. Per Hollywood Reporter, Paramount Pictures and J.J. Abrams' Bad Robot Productions have tapped Joe Barton from Girl/Haji Human.
Geary.
Whatever.
Geary.
To write the...
Haji.
Oh, yeah, it is Geary, not Girl. To write the screenplay for a direct sequel to the original Cloverfield. I watched that the other day. That was on TV. First
The
film
original
was,
Cloverfield?
yeah, the original one was.
It still is pretty good, isn't it?
It's not bad. It's not bad.
I still need to see the Cloverfield Paradox.
No, you don't. No,
I still need to see it.
Ugh.
I know it's supposed
It
to
was
be
weird.
bad,
Yeah. 10 Cloverfield Lane was good. I like that one.
but I enjoyed that.
Till the ending.
I like the ending. I had no issue with that.
The very ending.
First film was a massive success at the box office, grossing over $172 million worldwide on a $25 million budget. It was a breakout film for director Matt Reeves, who's now doing the Batman. And he did War for the Planet of the Apes. Spawned 2 follow-ups in 10 Cloverfield Lane and the Cloverfield Paradox. Neither was a direct sequel and were developed as separate films entirely before being brought into the Cloverfield universe. The first one the original was a found footage film. This is not going to be that. No production start date has been given, but it seems probable cameras could be rolling sometime next year. Sure, I'm going to say yes.
It's a French avant-garde lost footage film.
French avant-garde lost footage.
Lost footage film. You'll never see it, but it's out there.
Barton is currently...
Bagel.
Give me this croissant, Blake. I am so good.
Spaghetti.
I am Remy LaCroix. But it ain't my bunghole. Barton is currently serving as the showrunner for HBO Max's upcoming untitled Gotham City Police Department series, which will be set in the same universe as Reeves' The Batman. I am the Batman.
Who is Barton?
He's the one writing
he's
it.
Okay, yeah. The Geary or
Yes.
girl, as Jason called it.
I'm an idiot.
Hey, the eye looked like an L. I can see that.
I blame the font on it that intern Brian did. So intern Gary doesn't
approved
do that
it.
shit.
I think that was intern Fax Machine that did it this week.
Oh yeah.
You approved it.
You know, that would be the one thing I would change is when we go back to episode 1, I would get a lot more interns a lot quicker. Maybe we shouldn't have waited for so long. Maybe not. So
Yeah, and we would probably need a stricter hiring policy for those early interns. Were all
they were
pretty
rough.
bad.
They were rough.
Need a better screening process.
Yes.
Same thing for host. Let's see here. Moving on. If you go to Etsy and go to Untidy Venus, because Steve and Izzy, they will be back next week. Steve and Izzy will be back next week. So
Promise?
get ready. Get ready. They are coming on next week. They said they're excited about Fat Tuesday next week. So
Are they going
there
to
you go.
spread their bumps?
Their lady bumps? What? I'm confused.
Their EILFM bumps that they said they're going
that's
to.
right. They will give us some
Elf
bread.
bumps.
Yeah.
My EILFM bumps. Oh, yeah. So they'll be back. But if you go to Untidy...
lady bump.
Get out.
You can find those on Etsy's.
If you go to Etsy, Untidy Venus, and put in Hobie Pod,
Etsy's.
you save 15% on all of her stuff. And she has tons of great stuff. Plus, next week we'll be talking about Coal Ranch, the rat. got some updates on him. So there you
You
go.
going to sell bumps on there too?
My lady bumps.
A Hobie bump?
Break it down now. Ooh, a Hobie bump.
What's a Hobie bump look like?
You don't want to know.
Red pustule.
Aw.
Wow, Blake, just
He
you
looks
drew
like
the line,
scabies.
and then you crossed it and drew another line and crossed that one.
Let's see here. Jeff.
So what you're saying is I need a third line.
No.
You need a third nipple. Let's see. Jeff, give us some box office news music.
Box office news. Music.
Just get to your fucking segment.
Well, I'm not supposed to be the one coming up with the music to my segment.
That's fine. I'll call Tony from Sully Language. Maybe he'll have a song to sing. Go ahead.
All right. Well, box office news and world report for February 5th through February 7th of 2021. Number one at the box office, The Little Things made another $2.1 million, total of $7.8 million on a $30 million budget.
Not bad considering it's on HBO Max.
Yes, but if you had the chance, wouldn't you just rather enjoy it in a theater?
No.
Yeah, you would. Number two, The Croods: A New Age is still out and made another $1.75 million, a total of $46 million on a $65 million budget. The Croods is going to get its money back at the box office if it or it's going to die trying.
17 more weeks and it's going to be back. It's got it. What else is going to come out in the next 17 weeks?
Good point. Number three, we've got The Marksman made $1 million, a total of $9 million on a budget of $23 million. Wonder Woman 1984 made another $905,000, a total of $40.5 million on a $200 million budget. And Monster Hunter made $585,000, a total of $12 million on a budget of $60 million.
Okay.
Upcoming on February 12th, 2021, we have The World to Come.
Pull that up. Sorry.
Jim wasn't ready.
Jim was sleeping.
I was sleeping. The World to Come. It said there's like 15 of these, though, this week, so. Somewhere along the mid-19th century American East Coast frontier, two neighboring couples battle hardship and isolation, witnessed by a splendid yet testing landscape, challenging them both physically and psychologically. I really don't recognize anybody in this film. Casey Affleck is in it.
Oh, I'm all over it then.
Vanessa Kirby, Catherine Waterston.
Also coming out, we have A Writer's Odyssey.
A Writer's Odyssey tells the story of. I'm going to just screw this up because it's all Korean stuff.
Oh, not so easy.
The author of a fantasy novel series following a heroic teenager, also named Kong Wen, on a quest to end the tyrannical rule of Lord Redmayne under the guidance of a black armor. I have no idea what that is, but through a strange twist of fate, the fantasy world of the novel begins to impact life in the real world, leading Guan Ning to accept a mission from Tu Ling to kill the author.
That actually sounds kind of intriguing.
Yes.
I have to find that somewhere. Also coming out, we have a movie that sounds like it should be a Decepticon, Skyfire.
Skyfire. Let's go. Tianhu Island is a beautiful paradise. It almost makes people forget that it is located in the Ring of Fire, the world-famous Pacific Rim volcanic belt. The volcano erupted, and the fate of the people in the island was entangled.
So it's like
Tangled,
Pompeii.
that's a different movie. Oh, And next we have the easy to pronounce movie Land.
Land. A bereaved woman seeks out a new life off the grid in Wyoming. I think this could almost be like Jason's.
I've seen trailers for this, and I want to do this. Let's go.
Other than the bereaved part?
Yeah, other than that.
It is Robin Wright starring and directing.
The next one I have on my list is French Exit.
This one Jeff needs to see.
Ooh.
An aging Manhattan socialite living on what's barely left of her inheritance moves to a small apartment in Paris with her son and cat. Starring Michelle Pfeiffer.
I'm there.
Yeah.
And she has a cat. Could this be a prequel to Catwoman?
Maybe.
Following that up, we have Young Hearts.
Oh my God, we still got 6 left.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of these. Young Hearts. Harper enters high school and sparks a relationship with her brother's best friend Tilly. While Harper deals with social blowback, the older Tilly is congratulated, setting up a very modern love story in the age of Time's Up and Me Too.
Sounds dumb. I'm sorry. Oh, wait. Did I say that out loud?
You said the quiet part loud and the loud part quiet, Jeff.
Young Hearts. On the movie poster. Sounds dumb.
What else we got?
We have Fear of Rain.
Rain! Run!
Fear of Rain. This has got to be a blockbuster.
Oh, no.
A girl living with schizophrenia struggles with terrifying hallucinations as she begins to suspect her neighbor has kidnapped a child. The only person who believes her is Caleb, a boy she isn't even sure exists. Starring Katherine Hagel.
Oh, it sounded intriguing until that.
Man, she's making her comeback. She's just got the new show on Netflix too that just came out.
Ugh.
Yep.
Firefly Lane.
Why don't you just make 28 dresses and we can ignore her again?
Ugh. That bastard. Hey, what else?
The Mauritanian.
Oh.
Mauritanian.
I'm guessing it's about someone from Mauritania.
That's probably it. Mohamedou Ould Salahi fights for freedom after being detained and imprisoned without charge by the U.S. government for years.
Oh, no.
Is that a documentary?
True story?
No, I don't know if it's starring Shailene Woodley, Jodie Foster, Benedict Cumberbatch, Tahir Rahim.
Okay.
Levi.
You went through this long list. I'm like, none of them sound like they would be the title character.
Shea Woodley is.
Eventually.
Because he's listed fourth.
Yeah, you figure the title character, they might put higher up on the list. Shailene Woodley, really? That's what we're going for the Mauritanian?
If she can't make this work, then what chance does anyone else have? God.
But you look at the names ahead of him, though. It's Shailene Woodley, Jodie Foster, and Benedict Cumberbatch.
Ooh. What else we got?
We've got Judas and the Black Messiah.
This looks decent.
Very much looking forward to this.
Sorry, my phone went off and I went to the wrong page.
I think it's intern Gary's fault.
God dang it, Gary.
So we're on Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yes.
If it comes up, the story of Fred Hampton, chairman of the Illinois Black Panther Party, and his fateful betrayal by FBI informant William O'Neill.
Okay. What? Who's that star?
Daniel Kaluuya, Lakeith Stanfield, Jesse Plemons,
That damn Jesse Plemons.
Lance.
Bass. What else we got, Jeff?
Martin Sheen plays J. Edgar Hoover.
Oh, nice.
He could just sit there in his wrongness. We also have coming out, we have Music. Which is that based off of the Madonna song?
I don't think so. Zoo is newly sober when she received news that she is to become the sole guardian of her half-sister named Music, a young girl on the autism spectrum. The film explores two of Sia's favorite themes, finding your voice and creating family.
Jason?
Starring Kate Hudson.
Oh, good. Sorry, Jim. Go ahead. Finish.
Starring Kate Hudson, and Maddie Ziegler plays Music.
This sounds like one of those movies Jason loves, like Wonder.
Oh, that fucking kid. Jeez, old Pete.
No. I can't watch this movie. Just going through the people it stars, and the person who plays administrator on phone. Let's see. What's the full character? Administrator on phone is Lena Dunham.
Oh. Nope, never mind. Never mind. What else we got?
She's like 20th on the list of people.
And she's on the phone, so that you probably only hear her voice.
Oh, God, that's even worse.
Anyway, rounding out our list, this is the last one.
I hope.
We've got Willy's Wonderland.
That sounds dirty.
A quiet drifter is tricked into a janitorial job at the now condemned Wally's Wonderland. The mundane tasks suddenly become an all-out fight for survival against wave after wave of demonic animatronics. Fists fly, kicks land, titans clash, and only one side will make it out alive.
Jason, this sounds like a movie you would love.
Yeah, it doesn't sound too bad. Sounds better than Yoga Hosers, so I'm fine with that.
Starring the person playing the janitor, Nicolas Cage.
Yeah!
Oh. I thought you were going to say the janitor from Scrubs.
Jan Etor.
Yeah, Jan Etor.
Take off the glasses. Yeah! Yeah, Nicholas. I'm down for it, buddy.
Cage.
I know, but yeah, I'm down for it. Okay. Are we doing top five right now, or the obituary section? What are we doing?
Thought we were doing obituaries after top five.
Okay, let's do top five then. Jeff, give me some top five music.
Top five. We're about to discuss our top five. I made that up on the spot.
That was good.
See, Dr. Bednar, you can just make one up on the spot, and it's going to be great.
Still waiting for our new title song. Just waiting. I mean, we pay you in IOUs and golden tea machines. I mean, come on.
We've paid in a golden tea machine yet?
Why do you think it's not at Dana's anymore? Yeah, it was taken back. Let's see here. Top five this week is top five favorite moments in Marvel films or television. We would do top five in DCU, but we would get past 0, maybe 1. So we're doing top five moments in Marvel films or television. Jeff, what is your number 5?
Oh, I get to start off here.
You do.
My number 5 is in the Ant-Man movies. Anytime Luis recaps what happened in the past.
Okay, good call.
And Luis recap.
I like it.
And what they need to do an entire movie of Luis recapping.
Okay. Blake, number 5. Blake.
My number 5, inspired by WandaVision this week. Vision picking up Mjolnir. Yeah.
Age of Ultron.
Yep. And then just kind of tossing it aside like no big deal.
just picks it up and says, "Yeah, well, we've got to go."
That's right.
My number 5 is the elevator scene in Winter Soldier when Captain America kicks everybody's ass.
That's a good one.
We're going to do this? We're going to do this?
I'm going to do this now.
I love that scene. Oh, good. And Chris Evans is hot. Those abs.
America's ass.
Yeah, it is. And
I love all the memes that's come from it.
from the elevator scene or the ass scene? America's ass.
The elevators.
Yes. Oh, it's a great scene. Brian, number 5.
My number 5, the post movie credits of Iron Man when we get introduced to Nick Fury.
Avenger Initiative. And this is going to be different too for you, Brian, because you haven't seen as many. You've seen a lot, but not as many. So that's going to be interesting to see, like some of the, because you've seen a lot of the older ones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's mostly like everything that I haven't seen is probably within like the last 4 or 5 years at the most.
Okay. Jim, number 5.
My number 5 will come from the X-Men animated show. Anytime Jubilee was on screen.
There you go.
Best character ever.
I got fireworks. Fireworks. It's on Disney Plus if anybody wants to watch the X-Men animated series. I advise you not to. It does not hold up well. It does not hold up well.
It's still on Netflix too.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Does it hold up better than the Super Friends from the early to mid 70s?
I'll take the X-Men, I guess. I thought you were going to say, does it hold up better on Netflix than Disney Plus? Yes, yes, totally. Let's see here. Dinosaurs just premiered. They put the whole series of Dinosaurs on Disney Plus this week. The Jim Henson one, and that did not hold up for my kids more than 10 minutes into the series. I tried to show them, this is what Dad used to watch when I was a kid. My daughter, this is horrible, Dad. Why would you watch this? I don't know.
Your kids have no taste, apparently.
They like The Floor is Lava. Number 4 for you, Jim.
Number 4 is just Hobie, but it's two things from the same film. I'm going Deadpool 2. I'm doing the ass pen. That he stores the pen in his ass when he goes to prison. And and Black Tom. how anticlimactic that character was in that.
Oh yeah,
I need to see that still.
Or the Vanisher, he was pretty good in that movie too.
Any of the crew, or
any of X-Force.
Peter, was that his name?
Peter, yeah.
Peter, yeah.
Brian, number 4.
My number 4, it's not necessarily A, it's a Hobie, but B, it's not necessarily a moment from a Marvel film, but it's the soundtrack from Guardians of the Galaxy and Deadpool soundtracks.
Nice.
Are both awesome.
Yep. And Guardians of the Galaxy,
disagree.
The music made that film.
Absolutely.
Yeah. My number 4 is Hobied it because they're both about reveals. The Mandarin is revealed to not be the Mandarin in Iron Man 2, I think that was.
3. Iron Man 3.
That's right.
I had that as an honorable mention of Trevor Slattery.
Yes. Everybody hated it, and I was like, that's awesome. And I know you guys all liked it, but that was awesome. It was Trevor.
I thought it was great.
It was. And number 4 is...
I mean, I was just so confused when he's like... And you're like, what the hell is going on? Am I watching the right movie? I mean, I loved it.
And number 4 is also, I hope he did, Vulture is Liz's dad in Spider-Man Homecoming. When Peter went to knock on the door and Michael Keaton opened the door, I was shocked. And I don't know why. I just didn't even think about it. But yeah, I love that scene. And then when he's talking in the car with Peter, he's driving.
That's my number 1. The discussion in the car on the ride.
Sorry.
Like, thanks. You had to go a little bit farther.
Put it on the board.
Reveal. I was like, fine, but no, you kept going.
That's what she said.
So I have to adjust my list here.
What's your number 4, Jeff?
Me?
The talk in the car?
No, that's still, it'll be number 1, tied with something else, I guess. I have Hobie my number 4. Because it's the same character, 2 different takes.
Okay.
I got the Daredevil tenement fight in the TV show on Netflix.
Yep.
They were fighting in the warehouse building or tenement building, whatever it was. And the Daredevil playground fight from the Ben Affleck Daredevil. Oh, wait. Oh, no, that was correct.
Nope, it's on the board. You put it up there. Oh, God, the seesaws. Oh, God. Blake, give us a good number 4, please.
I like the introduction of Spider-Man up the sleeve in the Civil War fight at the airport.
Underoos?
Oh, when they fought
Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, when the good guys fought each other for no other reason to be at an airport. But yes, that was a cool scene. Giant Man was there. Brian, did you do number 4?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I think I went after him. Blake, what's your number 3?
I liked Thor Fraggle Rock. I liked Goldblum.
Just the whole thing?
Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah,
okay. I gotcha. Jeff, number 3?
Let's see. My number 3 is from X-Men Days of Future Past. Quicksilver, Time in a Bottle.
Oh, okay.
That's part of my number 3.
Oh. Well, we can go into your number 3 then, Jim. But yeah, that's the Quicksilver, running around in the freeing Magneto from prison scene.
Okay. Brian, number 3.
Let's see. My number 3 is the train battle in Ant-Man, where with Thomas the Train.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was good.
That was on last week, I think, and we were watching that scene, and I forgot that Thomas the Tank Engine got huge and came out the window onto the street. Let's see here. My number 3 is the ending to Guardians of the Galaxy, basically the dance party. Because
Dance off
when he's about ready, when Ronan's about ready to slam the Infinity Stone down, and then you just see him dancing, and you're like, what the hell is he doing? And he's like, it's a dance off. And I'm like, no. I love that. That whole last scene, especially when they come together. So I am, that's my number 3. Jim, what's your number 3?
My number 3, it goes along with the Quicksilver scene and Days of Future Past. It's also X-Men Apocalypse when Quicksilver saves everybody from the mansion.
Good.
He's just running, just tossing people out the windows, doors, and he throws somebody out, and they had like a Coke, and he catches it, and drinks it. And just probably the only really good scene from that movie.
pretty much.
I don't know. Apocalypse is pretty awesome in it. What's your number 2, Jim?
My number 2 is the beginning of Guardians of the Galaxy was 2. The opening credits. The fight scene with
Mr. Blue Sky playing in the background.
And Baby Groot just dancing around and tried to eat the fly. Just that opening credits from.
I like it. My number 2 is it's really cool how like a lot of these are just tied to music too. Like, Marvel does a hell of a job with their soundtracks. I'm Just a Girl, Captain Marvel fight scene, because you're just waiting for her to unleash her power because she keeps being handcuffed by it with that little thing. And then once she unleashes it, it's awesome. It's just great scene. I love Captain Marvel, the movie. I watched that with my daughter the other day, and I still get excited about that last battle scene. Love it. So,
And another good soundtrack.
it is. I downloaded that one too.
And his music.
Number 2 for you, Brian.
My number 2 is basically the entire season 2 of Daredevil on Netflix, where they're introducing the Punisher,
Okay.
and where him and Daredevil and Punisher fight.
The jail scene with Punisher. Number 2 for you, Jeff. Number 2 for you, Jeff.
Number 2 for me was in Marvel's The Avengers, when Black Widow is interrogating the Russians or whatever, where she's tied to a chair and he's like, questioning her, and then her phone rings, and she's like, "I'm in the middle of an interrogation. This fool is telling me everything," and then beats the crap out of everybody.
And Coulson's
That was
just
a good
waiting on
one.
the line.
Yeah, just waiting.
Blake, number 2.
I like Mjolnir an awful lot. I made it twice on my list. This is when Captain America grabs me.
Okay, that was my other number 1.
Good job,
Now I
Blake.
got to come up with another number 1.
That was an honorable mention for me. I really did like that one. Good job, Blake. That was a good one. What's your number 1, Blake?
The tagline in Endgame when the big shit goes down, it's like Avengers Assemble.
That's my number 1. That when all the guys are coming out, all the superheroes are coming out, and he's Captain America. Good job. That's my number 1. Good job. It made me sit through 2 hours just to see that pay off in the last hour. Thank God. Oh, what a long film. Jeff, number 1.
My number 1, I hobied this. I had Vulture and Spider-Man in the drive scene to the dance. I had when Cap uses Mjolnir in Endgame, and I hobied that with when Vision makes paprikash for Scarlet Witch in Civil War.
There's a lot of number 1s there. Brian, what's your number 1?
It is the fight scene in Daredevil with the Punisher in prison, the prison fight scene.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one.
But I hobied it.
Uh-huh.
It was that one, and then it's the Punisher when he's fighting Kevin Nash's character in the movie.
Oh, the Punisher
The 2000 Thomas Jane version.
movie. Oh, I forgot about that one completely.
God's going to
Yeah.
sit this one out.
That's right.
My
That whole scene where Kevin Nash is just like throwing him through the walls and just that's a good scene.
And Kevin Nash had blonde hair, short blonde hair. I love that.
And he had to do a hair match.
Yep.
When he was wrestling, so he could cut his hair and dye it. Like when he dyed it for the movie, he did a hair match so he could cut it.
Yeah.
For the movie.
So they wrote that in. That's funny.
Let's see here. My number 1 was Avengers Assemble. Avengers Assemble. Jim, what's your number 1?
My number 1, it would have to be from the great movie X-Men Origins Wolverine. All the Gambit scenes with Taylor Kish.
I thought you were going to go with all the Will.i.am scenes.
Oh, Gambit.
Good old Tim Riggins. I mean, I have to watch him.
Maybe they'll bring him back for the new ones.
Is Tate's not associated with it anymore?
Oh, dude, that's right. We forgot. We had like 3 years of Tate's trying to get that film off the ground. I don't think he's doing it anymore. I would pay good money to see Channing Tatum do a Cajun accent, though. Oh, Creole.
He's from New Orleans.
Doesn't mean he can do a good one. Any quick honorable mentions?
I had the honorable mention of every scene in the Netflix shows that what's her name? Oh crap!
Rosario Dawson.
Thank you. That Rosario Dawson was in.
Good job. Night Nurse.
The Night Nurse.
Night Nurse.
Going back to my number 4, the soundtrack from Luke Cage is really good too.
Luke Cage.
Yeah.
And just Jessica Jones in general. I know Jason really loves that.
Great 5 episodes.
Jessica Jones was so good I couldn't pick a scene from it because it's all
I agree.
good. It's like there's 3 seasons of that.
Ditto. Blake, you got anything? Any honorable mentions?
Nah.
Okay.
Oh no.
Let's see. We had lots of them, so we'll get through some of them here. Oh, I'm sorry, Jim.
I have one honorable mention. I have from the Deadpool movie, the Mark Colley song "In Time" that he plays. Goes into the he opens up his guitar and plays the song.
In Deadpool.
Not Deadpool. I meant
Punisher.
not Deadpool. Punisher.
Okay,
Punisher.
I was like, wait a minute.
Oh, the diner scene.
Yes.
Henry Heck.
Harry Heck.
Harry Heck.
Harry Hack.
There.
Yep.
Great scene. I wrote that for you.
That is a good scene.
Let's see here. Dev. He had the Thor Hammer Lift Party in Age of Ultron. Hydra Fallout in Winter Soldier and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That was good. Luke Cage in the original comic outfit in Luke Cage. And all the Cat and Nick Fury scenes in Captain Marvel. He hobied that shit. Prison Fight, Punisher. And the Skrull reveal. And all of Black Panther. Good call. Let's see here. Jared Mills had Vision picking up the hammer. Airport Fight. Wait a minute. Blake, did you just steal a Jared Mills top 5?
What? No, great minds
Airport
think
Fight,
alike.
Goldblum, Cap Grabbing, Avengers. Fuck you, Blake. Anytime you steal someone's top 5, you should give them a gift or something.
I hit the like button.
Oh, okay. Honorable mention, Wanda versus Thanos. Oh, I hate you, Blake. I hate you. But that was good. I liked it. Kevin, since the Explorer had We Are Groot, Wanda
that
shows
was
her
good.
true power in Endgame. Thor's Wakanda entrance. Oh, yeah, when he comes down. Cap's elevator scene. Good one. And pretty much Cap wields the hammer, and Avengers Assemble. That whole scene, great. Honorable mentions, Avengers Assembled in the first one. Black Panther returns, and Captain Marvel breaks free. That's the one I like. Kevin at 365 Flicks. I'm normally just happy when the credits are rolling and the film is finished. How dare you, sir? How dare you?
Well, this is the guy who thinks
DC.
the DCEU is worthwhile.
How dare
So
you. Steve at EILFM had Peter dating Vulture's daughter. Cable and Deadpool 2. Just in general, Cable. Hulk tossing Loki around like a rag doll. Damn it, I forgot about that.
that was a good one.
Puny God. Black Panther returns. And Cap's hammer time. Da-na-na-na. Also, Thor riding into battle to Immigrant Song and opening of Guardians of the Galaxy. Doug, number 1 fan, had versus the Rams versus the Eagles.
You don't have to read that. You don't have to read this one.
He was doing Tom Brady's top 5 Super Bowl wins. Bastard. And And finally, Brian Auer, who we need to get on the show as a guest as well. Intro dancing in Guardians of the Galaxy. Armor War ending to Iron Man 3. I almost said it all right. Sam Rockwell making War Machine. Lady Avengers lineup in Endgame. And Captain America summoning the hammer in Endgame. So there you go. Now we'll do this real quick here. Brian, you got a new segment to end on a depressing note. Let me get you some intro music. Obituaries. Who died this week? I don't know. Obituaries.
Drop the I don't know, and you might have something.
Obituaries. I'm not dead. Obituaries.
Okay, that was worse.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
It's not getting better.
That's what she said.
All
Brian,
right, this week we ended up with, I came up with 5.
Okay.
Let's see. We've got Cloris Leachman.
Oh. Comedian. Great.
I was just watching The Longest Yard remake last night. She was hilarious in that. Let's see. We've got Christopher Plummer.
Oh. I saw him today in Gremlins 2.
The new batch?
It wasn't good. I remembered it being a lot better.
But I think Christopher Plummer was better in that than The Sound of Music.
That's true. I was rooting for Christopher Plummer in this.
Let's see. We have Mary Wilson.
Yeah.
She was one of the co-founders of the Supremes.
Yes.
And we have Butch Reed from the WWF.
And WCW, he was part of Doom.
That is.
Ron Simmons, tag team champs.
Yeah. And lastly, this is not one that we had shared or we had talked about, but from the Discovery show Alaskan Bush People, the father, Billy Brown, died.
He was younger, too.
He was like in his 60s.
Yeah.
He had a seizure and died.
So,
And didn't like Marty Schottenheimer?
Oh,
Marty Schottenheimer was today, yeah.
Yeah.
Leon Spinks.
Oh, I
Father,
didn't hear that one.
I did not hear that either.
5-year battle with prostate cancer, died on February 5th.
jeez.
Billy Brown, we said, Mary Wilson, and British actress Trisha Noble. She played Jobald Nabari in 2 of the Star Wars movies.
I didn't. What was the name of the character?
Jobal, Jobal, Nabari, Naberrie.
That was Jedi Council, right?
Yeah, she died.
Oh,
she
okay.
died on January 23rd, but wasn't really announced until just recently.
So big breath of silence. Okay. So let's keep the depression going to end the show. Bad idea of the week, number 112. Fake YouTube robbery pranks. Don't do them. Don't do them.
Stop it.
Stop. Helps us, though, for Worsley Awards, though. Titles for the show. I had Election Boogaloo. I'm not sold on my communications degree. I got my cardio in. No one but Jeff buys CDs. I like this one. Digital vinyl. And that's it.
I had digital vinyl. I had give me that communications degree. I have you are the joke. The quiet part loud. I hit the like button. And stop it.
Let's see. I had Blake ruins it for everyone.
Good job, Blake.
Are you Dennis Blunden? Someone say snowblower. And Jason ruins everything.
I had I'm an idiot. Thank you, Jason.
You're welcome.
Jim, are you still here? I haven't done Nick Albright in a while. We're a snowblower podcast now. And Hobie – head of the class podcast.
What we got here, people? I did like the digital vinyl. I thought that was funny.
You like that? I did like Blake ruins everything.
Blake ruins everything. We're going to
What
Blake.
did I ruin?
We don't know.
As soon as we started, when Brian was going to tell his joke,
Yeah.
It was
ruined
pretty
it.
funny. And just seeing Brian's reaction to Blake coming in, it was awesome. I was waiting for Blake to jump in there, and you just see Brian go, ugh. I'm good with Blake ruins everything. Okay, change approved. Let's see here. Thanks, everybody, for listening. We'll be back next week with Steve and Izzy. And
Yay.
Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets. There's a history, it's not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. The history of bad ideas. Podcast.
You've been listening to Hobie.